Fit like a bee, Dannyman here, and welcome back to another episode of Train Sim World. We're doing the really reliable rescue. So welcome to Crew Basford Hall Yard. A signalman has phoned to let us know about a failed Jubilee at Acton Bridge. Oh, them Jubilees. Okay, right, where am I going? I'm assuming we'll run a light loco up to lend a hand. This is not a light loco though. It's it's car and wagon. So I would imagine the first thing I have to do is disconnect these. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye, freight. Okay, let's jump aboard. Climb aboard. I have no fireman today. The fireman has not spawned in, unfortunately. Oh well. Give me the seat. How close do I have to be to this seat to get in it? So the fire door, the shutter, will continue to sort of open and close. Here you can hear it, but nothing's happening. Right, set the reverser. Okay, so we are going forwards. Release my brakes. I am at 21. So I can basically go. Set the cylinder cocks to closed. I don't think I need to set them to closed just yet. I will close them though. Okay, so off we go. Speed limit here is 20. Apparently this scenario takes around 45 minutes, providing I don't overshoot any signals, etc. We should be set up. Right, so we are going over there. I don't know what is actually over there. Where do I actually split off? That's 15 miles away. Oh man, where are we actually going? Oh, so we're sort of going around, taking the long route. I suppose these train yards can be a bit of a maze. Still got decent boiler pressure. Ooh, this is, that's like real close to the edge there. Oh well. I wonder if we're going to the turntable. I would imagine we have to reverse on to this locomotive. Right, so I have a green signal aspect ahead. There's no worries sort of about cutting across this series of tracks here, which is fine. Want the outside view. There we go. It's all good. Yeah, it's clear. Right, so we're heading 15 miles up the line to where our fellow Jubilee, well this is not a Jubilee, but I see a lot of buffers and things. I see a lot of stuff happening here. I'm looking out for speed limit changes as well. Seems to be all good. My invisible fireman slash fire lady is doing their thing. Just let everyone know that we are passing through the station here. Hopefully once we get to the other side of the station we will be able to pick up a little bit of speed. Is this a Jubilee? Nah, it's the freight. It's a 9F. Are you a 9F? It says on the side. You're 8F. 8F, sorry. Right, so still 18 miles per hour. as we head through the crew station area. Couple of brake vans at the left hand side there. No sign of any other traffic on the line today. I suppose some of them may be held up by this broken down loco further up the line. Right, we can pretty much run and gun now. 90 miles per hour, so we're basically on the main line here and ready to head out. This thing should take off pretty much like a bullet because it's unladen. We're not towing anything. The problem is, I just need to keep an eye out for any wheel slip. It is quite a light train. Hey. There we go. How's my boiler pressure looking? It's looking okay. 13 miles to go. Green signal aspect ahead. Close up my window. Doesn't want to close the window. There we go. Switch on a lamp, because why the hell not? Ooh, the lamp makes it a little bit, gives it a little bit of glare there. Gonna pop that regulator open to 80%. And then basically, I just need to sort of keep an eye out for speed limit changes. Okay, well, this looks good. They've got their window open. See, I would imagine that would be super dangerous to do that in real life. Only a few inches from getting completely decapitated. Yeah, I'm going to open my window as well, because why not? Hey. Over the bridge. Under the bridge. I can hear the cows. There are actually cows there. We could probably get this thing up to 90 miles per hour quite easily. Try and keep some of that pressure locked in. Yeah, we're getting wheel slip. Okay, just let it coast. This'll be fine. Yeah, we're starting to get a little bit of wheel slip there. We are tearing down the lines here. Which just proves a single locomotive on its own can really rack up a fair rate of speed. Right, next signal is green. This is pretty wild, actually. Seeing the train going past at 80 odd miles per hour. Still no traffic on the opposing line. Look at it go. I'm really surprised that that animation isn't like more blurry, or it's not sort of destroying frame rate or anything. Excellent. We're still doing 80 miles per hour even though we cut speed ages ago. There you go. head out the window, feel the wind in our hair. 9.4 miles to go. There we go. There's another locomotive. Ah, so this train escaped getting stuck behind the other one. I'm gonna open the taps up again because I don't want those pressure release valves to continuously be sort of popping off. So I want to sort of drain a bit of pressure from the boiler. Plus, there's no indication of any decline in speed, so we should be okay. Over the little river there. Kind of looks like Transport Fever 2 water. Can we go into the water? No. Right, in 2 miles, we've got we're going quite fast as well. So I am going to apply quite a fair bit of brakes here. Right, what happened to that 15 mile per hour speed limit? It looks like it's starting to rain as well, which is bad because in previous scenarios I've found it, the ones where there's rain, I've found it difficult to get the loco moving. Right, I think that 50 mile per hour speed limit was potentially just a myth. Please don't rain. Oh no, it's raining. It is raining. Yeah, I think it's like the third story mission in the chapters. There's one when you have to haul a freight train from Clockface Colliery. And it's really difficult to get moving. Alright, I think I'm good to sort of proceed through here at 60. Right, so 5.8 miles to destination. Has the rain stopped? No, it's not stopped. Right, what is this next station? Right, I'm gonna keep it at 80. 80 is fine. We do have a decline as well. Stop at indicated area. It'd be cool as well if the coal level went down. Right, so 4.5 miles to the next stop. Well, until we reach the other train. I'm kind of wondering which direction it's facing as well. Right, this corner here looks interesting. Oh yeah. not an issue for this train. No sign of any speed limit change either. Although I am obviously going to have to stop and not run clean into the back of the locomotive that we are supposed to be picking up. It is still raining slightly as well. So I would imagine as the track gets wetter, wheel slip will become a sort of real problem. I wonder if wheel slip occurs even when the locomotive is not under power. Alright, 3.1 miles. There we go, there's Hartford. So this is where we got to Hartford in the last episode. Yeah, 2.4 miles. There's alright, start slowing down. I'm gonna bring it down to 40, and then I'm gonna sort of let it coast for a while, and then I'll be able to bring it down to 15. The signal ahead is green, and we're 2.2 miles away from where we're supposed to be stopping. And it is raining. Crap. This will be interesting. There we go. Use up a little bit of that boiler pressure, get those pressure release valves to close again. .3 miles till I have to slow down. .1 mile till we have to slow down. Gonna close the regulator there, and I'll start braking once we get to 1,000 yards or so. I'm going to start braking at 0.7 miles. Right, there we go. Add a touch of brakes, 25% on the brakes. Slowed down way too early there. I guess the locomotive is going to be able to slow down a lot faster on its own than it is with the having to stop the weight of the carriages behind it as well. There we go, use up some of that boiler pressure. Yeah, she got a decent run there, the old girl. Can I actually see the stranded right there? Alright, keep it at 15. So let them know that we are approaching. So is the locomotive in front completely dead? Are you completely dead? Or is it going to be able to assist us? Right, there's that 15. I want this view here. Oh, I'm going past. And then I'll probably have to reverse onto the locomotive. Okay. Oh god, the rain. The rain is stressing me out. So I must be able to go past here, then head back over to the left-hand side track. I can. Now it says the speed limit here is 30, but there's no point, because I'm just going to be stopping fairly soon. In 400 yards, there is a red signal. Okay, it's not this one. I think it's this one over here. I should be able to proceed down there. Yeah, it's in 300 yards or so. That's fine. We're not going to fail this one by blowing past that. Okay, set the reverser to backwards. Let's do that. Get my brake pressure back up. Contact the dispatcher to access the stuck train. Which is not that. Wait. Right, proceed at restricted speed. There we go. That was a bit weird, but hey ho. Right, we're not getting wheel slip just yet. I need to proceed at restricted speed though. There we go, all is well. Get ready on them, their brakes. Oh man, I'm starting to get wheel slip already. $2 per hour. 1.8 miles per hour. Perfect. I will take that. Okay, so my brakes are on. I want to go here. I want to set them to close for the moment. Jump out. There's our other locomotive, ready to go. Alright, we're hooked up. We'll drive up to Runcorn to unload the rest of the passengers. Okay. No problem. I can do this. In fact, let's get a nice shot of our double-headed steam train. There we go. Looks like the rain has stopped as well. Right, so get my reverser into fully forwards. Release my brakes. We need to get the air back into the rest of them. Should go quite quickly. There we go. Alright, set the large injector closed and let's get moving. There we go. Just stop any water buildup in there. Looking good. The good old Jubilee being told hauled by a freight train. Well, I suppose these are the Fs were mixed traffic, right? See if I can get a bit more speed. The rain has stopped, thankfully. And we've got 7.4 miles to go. Right, you can definitely tell the difference here that we're hauling a fair amount of weight. There's no one in here. Why is there no one in here? Regulator open. It's telling me that I have to come down to 60 miles per hour, 1.3 miles. I somehow doubt that I'll be able to get up to 60 miles per hour in 1.3 miles. So I say, there's still... Oh, it's you. I can still hear the sound, like the pressure relief valves are releasing pressure from the boiler, but it's from the locomotive behind. Right, we're at least up to 40. That's something. Man, that is super annoying. Having that constantly in your ears. Must have been horrible. I suppose ear defenders and earplugs were not really sort of mandatory back in those days. Man, you see, that would have been a nice shot of us passing the bridge. Oh, I'm going too fast. I can't get the shot. Right, so down to 50. And then soon we'll be going up to 80 again. What the hell is that noise? What was that? I'm gonna let the boiler pressure come back up. I think it was just as we were going over those switching points, it was pretty brutal. I think this is a section of line that I have not ventured onto. Oh, signal. Or semaphore. What the hell's that? Right. Got a little bit of steam going again. Only 5.1 miles to destination. Hopefully we'll be okay. We are going uphill as well. There you go. There's a passing locomotive. Right, back up to 80 miles per hour and 600 yards. I think the extra weight with pulling the locomotive as well is potentially killing us. Hopefully I can get to the top of this hill before the train actually dies. Because it will not be a really reliable rescue if I don't make it to the top of here. There we go. Bringing the reverser, closing it just a bit, lets you bring back some of that boiler pressure. Come on, come on. Where the hell's the top of this hill? Jesus, miles away. What I can do though by closing the reverser is build up a bit of pressure in the boiler, get some of that back, and then I can maybe open it up once we get to the top. Or once we near the top. Right, we'll open the reverser fully again in the forwards position. Hopefully, I think this signal box here is where the top is. Well, we're at least gonna make it to the top of the hill. That's a plus. Man, we were almost struggling to get up there. Almost. There we go. The gradient is relaxing. Right, we made it to the top of the hill. Thank God. Right. Gonna see if I can build up a little bit more boiler pressure. I mean, technically we're still hauling. The back of the loco is, the back of the consist is up. Only 3 miles to go though. Alright, come on. Give me a bit of pressure. A little bit of pressure, please. Just a little bit. Right, 2.5 miles, going to come down to 55 miles per hour anyway. It's basically where we are stopping. Stop at location Runcorn. No problem. We can do this. Alright, open that fully again. I'm going to bring this down. And we're just sort of... We're kind of defeated. What is that noise? Inches of mercury. So roughly about 120 psi. Are you per square inch, my friend? You are. Yeah. PSI. Awesome. Bar. No bar. PSI. Right, 1.6 miles to go. We're getting there. Buzz the signal tower. Buzz the signal box even. Right, 1 mile to go. Alright, cut the power. Prepare to start braking. Give me 25% on the brakes. There's a 1% decline here as well. 50% on the brakes. So we're literally coming down the other side of the hill. Man, that would probably catch a few people out, that one. I've even got it on full application here. Because we're going to come round the bend here and then we're going to be into Runcorn Station. There you go. The grade is leveling off, so we should be fine. Alright, I'll leave it at 20. Ah, I know what that noise is now. It's shunting. That's what it is. It's the... Hello, my friend. You are kind of blocking my way. That's all good. There's the Runcorn lift bridge. The old one. Alright, in we go. Stop. No. What? But we made it. Right, I don't care what that signal says. The stopping point. So if you actually stop where the game wants you to stop, you pass the signal of danger. That's stupid. But I'm going to take that as a win. So I don't really care because we stopped there and we got the loco where it needed to go. So that's going to be it for this episode. As always, if you did watch this and you'd like to leave a like, comment, or dislike, please feel free to do so. And if there's more you'd like to see in the future, then hit the subscribe button. But I've been Danny Men. This has been Train Sim World 2, and I will catch you later.